What's up, guys? It's your boy H-Bond Stunner. I'm back again. I just wanted to give you guys a bonus video today because you've been so awesome. You've been watching these commentaries that I've been putting out, and they've really been good. Hopefully they'll get better. They're a little dry right now, but as I loosen up and get back to myself and just start talking about a lot of things that I enjoy talking about, hopefully they'll get better. And shout out to It's Me Andrew. He played with me a lot on Black Ops tonight, and we had a pretty good time. He's a beast, and you know, he helped. I can't tell you how many times he revived me, but I appreciate it. So shout out to him. But tonight I just, thought that in this bonus video that I would talk about why I no longer mod controllers. That's been, at least for sale. People have been asking me that, and I really didn't give an answer as to why. I just kind of stopped doing it. But the reason is because it's being in business is tough. And there's a lot of people out there that aren't honest and that don't want to see you succeed and don't want what's best for you. Oh, look at that hiding guy in the corner. So what was happening was that I was building controllers at my own expense, and I was selling these controllers, and I'd get controllers back all the time that had been opened up and that had been dropped. Got one that was cracked. I got one where the soldering points inside the controller was broken, and the only way that can happen is if somebody broke the soldering points. I mean, that normally just doesn't happen. So, I abide by a strict code of the customer's always right, and I was losing a lot of money like that. And me and my wife, we got together and we just said, you know what, this isn't working. I was making money, but I was also losing money. And she said, we're just not going to do that anymore. So what I decided was, because I really enjoyed doing the controllers, is that I would do tutorials. And, a lot of people hate on my tutorials too. That, I will tell you straight up that they aren't the best out there. They aren't the flashiest. There's better tutorials, and there's people that are more knowledgeable than I am about electronics. But my knowledge is, and what makes me is that I've always been able to just make things work and put things together, and be able to build a quality product. I told you guys a little bit about me the other day. I told you my father passed away when I was a young kid, and that forced me to be inventive. I had to figure out how to build things and how to make things, because I couldn't afford them when I was a younger guy. There was a lot of Christmas, a lot of birthdays where we just, I went without, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my folks did the best they could, but there was just some opportunities sometimes when Christmas and birthdays did not get met. So I had to be creative, and I had to fix things, keep them going longer, and improve on things, because who knows when the next time I was going to get a new toy or a new radio or a new whatever it was. There wasn't any iPods, a new Walkman. You guys remember those CD players that had the anti-skip? Man, those things were great. Wow. Telling my age a little bit, but man, were those awesome. But yeah, back on topic, that's kind of what I come from, and I'm a straight up kind of guy. I mean, I know a lot of people on the internet that try to sell you stuff are not really for you, and I know that they also are trying to beat you. Hell, I get beat a lot. I buy so much stuff that I get beat a lot. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I enjoy buying products and experimenting with new things. So, to make a long story short, I was getting pretty good feedback on the controllers, but I just had to let them go, because ultimately I was losing money. I was giving away more product than I was making money for, and that's anywhere. If you continue to do that, you're gonna go out of business. And rather than go out of business, I decided that that just wasn't the right thing for me anymore. So now, what I like to do is I do a ton of these. Whoa, look at that shit there. I do a ton of like semi mods for my friends, and I do tutorials every time I think of something. And I don't always, you know, think of good ideas. You know, you guys don't see all the shit I've tried. You only see half of it, and there's a lot of stuff that I haven't even shown you that I've completely screwed up. Products that I've purchased, and it just, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But oh, got that guy in the ass. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, you know, that ultimately, you know, was a personal choice. You know, I still want to help you guys do your modding if you're into modding. But you know, in a later video, I'm going to talk to you about another thing, another topic that you guys are probably going to trip out about. But that is just say no to rapid fire. And I've made it to a point in my life now where I want to enjoy the game in its entirety and in its purity. And I now with a better understanding of what first person shooters are, feel like if I was to use a rapid fire controller, I'd be doing myself in the game a disservice. And you'll hear more about that in that particular video. But yeah, I think, you know, somebody asked me why people what people think is cool about modded controllers, and you know, my answer is I don't know how many times I gotta shoot them, but shit. My answer is that people yearn for individuality. That's why people mod things. That's why people put body kits on their cars. That's why people get tattoos. That's why people do a lot of things. People want individuality out of life, and no, if gaming is something that you're passionate about, nothing says I'm an individual more than a custom controller. Watch this, Pistol Pete. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about that. I know and what I want, and I'll say this too, guys. I am so excited because I'm happy about this channel, and I'm happy about the people that come here, because we have all ages, and I think that's cool, and I think there's a lot to learn. Oh, got him. There's a lot to learn from that. And what do you guys think about Last Stand? Because I hear a lot of people that hate on Last Stand, but I love it. That's all I got for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Pretty decent gameplay. It was okay. I went positive instead of negative. That's all I got, guys. I'm out. Hit that subscribe and like button. Peace.
Oh, that's a badass kill.
I hate those grenades, dude. I fucking hate them.
They work.